So welcome Hilton All Inclusive, and of course, welcome Air Canada Vacations. And Ashley, this is big news, Hilton moving into this all-inclusive market in Cancun and in Playa. And I want to understand the branding, the positioning in the marketplace, and also what brought on this move for Hilton, because it seems to be trending. You know, a lot more of the well-known EP brands are now moving into all-inclusive. So what is the business rationale there as well, which is really interesting for us.
Well, thank you. No, I appreciate you having us on. And honestly, I mean, it was looking at an opportunity where we could really increase the reach. And you know, one of the things that I love about being here at Hilton is kind of the motto that we go by is filling the earth with the light and warmth of hospitality and delivering exceptional experiences to every hotel, every guest, every time, right? And what better place to really spread that light and warmth with the service-oriented culture of the greater, like, Cancun, Riviera Maya, Mexico region, the Caribbean, and the all-inclusive landscape, right? There still exists, although the market is somewhat mature in its stages, lots of opportunities and pockets within the industry to really create some extraordinary experiences. And if you could see behind me here on the background, our tagline is all inclusive, all extraordinary. And that's truly what our goal is with Hilton All Inclusive, is to create these extraordinary experiences with all of the century plus of hospitality experience that Hilton brings to the table, and really develop a very robust and complete all-inclusive portfolio with a major eye to the future. I mean, we are looking at obviously the destinations that, you know, our partners at ACV provide plenty of lift to, you know, areas that are going to be, you know, very high in the, you know, affordable luxury realm, right? Your 4.5 star to 5-star luxury all inclusives that are more about the finer things, a more sophisticated experience, and really a more elevated culinary experience, complete entertainment, all of those things that we feel like if you dial it all in perfectly, it's a right time to be jumping into the market head first.
Very interesting. I just want to understand, you mentioned some of the Hilton pillars, and I guess those are the ones you just sort of outlined for us in terms of hospitality, culinary, entertainment. Would those be on the EP side? Because we're so used to Hilton, you know, from that perspective, that all-inclusive is a kind of a new concept for us.
Well, I think that's a great kind of lead in, because with the experience and not really having a large or robust or a lot of time in the all-inclusive space here at Hilton, there's a lot to be learned with the luxury EP concepts, right? Like some of our new openings, for instance, the Hilton Cancun and the Hilton Tulum do not feature swim-up bars, but rather very attentive poolside and beachside service to really give that extra elevated luxury element that you would find in a lot of higher-end luxury EPs. Another thing that we're doing, not to get off track on the all-inclusive topic, but you know, many of our newer resorts that are opening, like Cancun, like Tulum, are part of like 2 resort complexes. So basically, in Cancun, for instance, you have the upcoming Waldorf Astoria EP property that's part of the overall resort complex. So the benefit there, of course, for your Hilton all-inclusive guests is not only do they get all the included food and beverage culinary experiences, but they can extend that by doing an out-of-pocket experience at the Waldorf without ever having to leave the property. Another great selling point there is the fact that their spa experience is going to be at a Waldorf or in Tulum at a Conrad level, because we share those spa facilities with both resorts. So it really also ups the level of quality and brand familiarity for clients coming down and looking for that resort experience in their all-inclusive.
Love it. You know, that example you gave, sometimes I saw Armenia, you know, nodding along with me. That example you gave about not having a swim-up bar, but having service, it's that kind of detail that sometimes really helps us to flip and understand what it is that you are providing, because yes, you're so right. That absolutely evokes, you know, the EP experience. So I find that fascinating. Armenia, Air Canada Vacations partnering with Hilton, I think that's a fabulous move. And I want to understand from you what that partnership means. And also, I want to hear from you how things are going. Are you seeing the bookings? Because this is, you know, I'm hearing about so much movement from all different sides. So give us a little overview.
Well, first of all, I think honestly, Ashley, you've done the right thing on the Canadian side, and Nina could agree with us. You got the best of both worlds that are coming together. So kudos to you guys for doing that. And of course, the Canadian market loves the all-inclusive market. So it's a great move. And of course, I think we're the perfect partner on so many different levels. So for us, things are quite busy. Of course, with all of the, some of the lift that was kind of reduced, then after we started increasing it, then the demand starts kicking in, then the promotions start coming in. You can't keep up. The Canadian market is definitely tired of staying home. So we're happy to report that we're extremely healthy. We're seeing advanced bookings. We're seeing luxury bookings more than ever as well.
Yay.
And I think it's the perfect partnership, of course, that we've got with Hilton, because we've got so much going on. I don't even know where to start.
And you're right around the corner from your launch, and you already launched your interactive brochure, digital brochure.
Thank you. Absolutely. So that's a key thing. This is the first for us. We're going virtual. We're going big with the e-brochures, over pretty much 600 properties in there, 30, almost close to 40 destinations is there as well. And Ashley, hopefully you've seen our virtual brochure. It's definitely different, and it's a beauty, and it's very interactive for sure. And then, of course, all the stuff that we're complementing. So that's why we get together with such great chains like Hilton, because then we're there to complement the biggest one, great destinations, Ashley, because we've got amazing lift and frequency to those destinations across Canada, plus our connectors, which is something that we mentioned, which is our forte at ACV. Right now, that obviously participates with you guys as well. We've got a BOGO sale that goes up until October 4th. So buy one, get one up to 50% off. So this is the time to book your winter vacations with us.
And so, Ashley, on that note, are you seeing Canadians at the properties?
We are, and the numbers we expect to increase fully because of all of the great support from a partner like ACV. I mean, it is something that we know the market really, like you said, enjoys the all-inclusive experience, but also trends towards a little bit longer haul stay than the US market does, right? And that's why, again, it's very important to point out things like the abundance of culinary experiences at the hotels, the amount and levels of entertainment, and kind of extending that value play, because you're going to, for instance, get more examples for folks to maybe get a completely different dining experience in the same restaurant, but also have more than enough to get them through a week's plus stay. And that really, I think, caters most towards the Canadian market in there, not only love for all inclusive, but the love for a little bit longer stay than we're accustomed to down here south.
That's right. We are known for a lot, and especially now, a lot of the research shows that, with this sort of revenge travel, people are booking longer stays, and Canadians, I think, are known for that. Isn't that correct, Armenia? Yeah.
Absolutely. And for us too, we're starting to see the Canadian market, the reassurance being a little bit better. So like an interesting fact, of course, we had this CareFlex promotion that you could pretty much essentially cancel right up until 3 days. And now we're starting to see the Canadian market travel with a vengeance for sure, but also they're not as anxious to grab things like and paying a little bit extra for things like CareFlex, because they're feeling a little bit more reassured with travel, with post-COVID. Hopefully we could say post-COVID for good. And then that's a good sign for us with the economy and, of course, travel industry altogether.
Before I let you guys go, I want to just understand, you've been in the market about a year now, Ashley, with your all-inclusive. And what is the penetration? Do you feel that the trade, the agents, the advisors, the counselors, however they perceive themselves, the travel professionals in Canada, is the branding, well, obviously the brand is known, but in terms of the all-inclusive, how is the awareness?
I think the awareness we still need to raise some of the awareness. I mean, I think that it's been a really good response, but I mean, one of the reasons why I'm here today and the reason why we have our great partners up there with you guys is really to make sure that the agents are aware that we are out there, because we're coming. And, I think a lot of it has to do with the increase in like our marketing efforts and things like that. We're still very much in a ramp up phase from a sales perspective, but not in a product perspective. I mean, really the hotels, a few of the new ones that we've discussed, like Hilton Tulum, Hilton Cancun, and even Hilton Vallarta Riviera, are open and operating and really doing quite well by the numbers. But we do predict and see already the increase on the rise for the Canadian market coming to these new resorts. And honestly, our expectations over the next few years and kind of the numbers and little tag numbers I've been hearing thrown around in terms of our growth projections rather, are to hopefully be at about 25 resorts in the portfolio by the end of 2025.
Wow.
So we are looking to grow, fairly quickly in the near future. Now, again, as numbers are, subject to change and whatnot, but we really want to make sure that the Canadian market is well aware, because we know it's a fantastic market that can really help support what we have with the strength in our brands, the consistency of our brands, and also the amazing locations, the locales. I think a lot of the educational goals that I have for us is making sure that people understand that these are absolutely beautiful, stunning resorts, like the picture that you see in the background here, that really embody the destinations in which they're located, and taking advantage of the breathtaking locations in which our resorts are is something that you need to rethink with the Hilton brand, because we are still fairly new to the all-inclusive scene.
Right. Thank you for that. That really, really is helpful. Well, I look forward to continuing our relationship. This was a very nice first introduction. And Armenia, I will see you soon.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.